Love guided by discernment. Episode 1, A New Influence. As Naomi's initiative gains broader recognition, a regional organization expresses interest in partnering more deeply. Their vision sounds promising, but Naomi senses a subtle uneasiness beneath the polished words. She shares her concerns with Michael, who reminds her of 1 John chapter 4 verse 1, encouraging her to test every spirit. Together they commit the decision to prayer, choosing discernment over excitement. Episode 2, Pastor Lewis advises patience. Pastor Lewis meets with Naomi and Michael to review the proposal. He points out areas that lack spiritual clarity and urges them not to rush. He references Proverbs chapter 19 verse 2, explaining that zeal without knowledge is not good. Naomi feels affirmed in her caution, realizing discernment often requires waiting when others push for speed. Episode 3, The Revealed Motive. As conversations continue, Naomi discovers that the organization's primary interest lies in visibility rather than transformation. Though disappointed, she feels peace in the revelation. Michael reassures her that God protects what is surrendered to him. They withdraw gracefully, trusting that God's guidance spared them from misalignment. Episode 4, Strengthened Trust. The decision deepens Naomi's confidence in God's voice. Michael reflects on how discernment has become a shared practice in their relationship. They pray together, thanking God for clarity that comes before confusion, not after damage. Episode 5, Walking Wisely. Naomi and Michael walk through the neighborhood at dusk, discussing how discernment guards both ministry and love. They recognize wisdom as a gift cultivated through prayer, scripture, and counsel. Their hearts feel steady, walking wisely into whatever God reveals next. Love shaped by legacy. Episode 1, Remembering the Past. During a church anniversary celebration, older members shared testimonies of faithfulness through hardship. Naomi listens intently, moved by stories of perseverance that built the foundation she now stands upon. Hebrews chapter 12 verse 1 comes alive as she considers the cloud of witnesses surrounding her journey. Episode 2, Pastor Lewis' Story. Pastor Lewis shares his own testimony of early ministry struggles, sacrifices made quietly, and prayers answered slowly. Michael listens with reverence, realizing leadership is shaped by unseen years of obedience. The story deepens his respect for spiritual legacy. Episode 3, Naomi's Reflection. Naomi begins journaling about the legacy she hopes to leave behind, not fame, but faithfulness. She prays that her work would point others to Christ long after she steps away. Psalm chapter 112 verse 6 reassures her that the righteous will be remembered. Episode 4, Teaching the Next Generation. Naomi and Michael are invited to mentor a young couple preparing for ministry. As they share lessons learned, they recognize how much God has matured them. Teaching becomes an act of stewardship, shaping lives beyond their own. Episode 5, Legacy in Motion. That evening, Naomi and Michael pray over the city from their porch. They realize legacy is not built in a moment, but through consistent obedience. Their love now feels connected to something larger than themselves, woven into God's unfolding story. Love anchored in hope. Episode 1, A Season of Waiting. A pause settles over Naomi's work as funding cycles shift and timelines slow. The waiting tests her patience. Michael encourages her with Romans chapter 8 verse 25, reminding her that hope waits with perseverance. Episode 2, Quiet Faithfulness. Though progress seems slower, Naomi continues showing up faithfully. Small interactions continue bearing fruit. Michael learns that hope thrives not in momentum, but in trust during stillness. Episode 3, Pastor Lewis' Encouragement. Pastor Lewis reminds them that waiting seasons refine faith. He references Lamentations chapter 3 verse 31 through 33, assuring them that the Lord does not cast off forever. Naomi feels renewed confidence that waiting does not mean forgotten. Episode 4, Hope Renewed. Unexpectedly, a former teen Naomi mentored returns with testimony of transformation. The moment restores Naomi's hope, reminding her that seeds grow unseen before they break the surface. Episode 5, Anchored Forward. Naomi and Michael stand together at sunset, watching the city glow. Their hearts are anchored in hope, not outcomes. Whatever the future holds, they trust God's promises remain unshaken. Love, grounded in hope, carries them forward with peace.